What up, motherfuckers? How are we? Back with another video. Today's gym fit. We pair of Gymshark shorts. I'm not a Gymshark fan. Not like I'm not a fan of it, but I'm a Nike. I'm a Nike boy at heart. Nike, pikey. I like Nike, mate. It's all I wear. That and like plain shit. So I don't fancy walking around head to toe in Gymshark gear. Just ain't me. If that's you, you do your thing. This shit be comfy as fuck. It's like how you get the Nike Tech fleece. It's like a Nike Tech, like fluffy winter jumper, and it makes you look fucking massive, but it's also very cozy. We've got legs today, a damn leg day, and it is not the last leg day. It is the second last leg day of this bulk. Oh my god, fucking mental. Just updated with coach. Have you seen this morning from the clip I put in at the start of the video? That was a little bit of posing. That was my check-in for the gaffer, for the coach. So we weighed in this morning. Today's Wednesday, the 1st of November, by the way. We weighed in at 239 pounds. What is that in kilo for you regular people? Pounds to kg, I think it's 208. 108 kilo, 239, 108.5 kilo. So I am going to absolutely perma-bulk for the rest of this week, and I want to see over 240 pounds. I want to see 241 or 242. 242 will take me to 110 kilo. I've never been that in my damn life. I want to see that number. Like, that's a number I genuinely want to see on the scales. So I'm going to eat fucking everything, mate. What am I going to eat? I'm going to eat a full box of Heroes. I'm not going to do that, but I do want to see that scale weight, so I will probably have an extra off plan or two this week, so I will, and then prep starts. So the thought process is this will be the last week of pushing everything with pushing food, or with being on the high food. The last week of my blasting dosage with my testosterone and my primobolan. That's the two compounds that I use when I blast. They will be lowered, so I'll drop into a testosterone, a HRT dosage, so test will come right down to like 150 milligram. Food will get lowered to maintenance, so I'll probably lose a couple of pounds because I'm on maintenance calories, so I'll lose a lot of that glycogen, a lot of that water, a lot of that intramuscular fluid, and we need 4 to 6 weeks of having me on that TRT dose, because I've been blasted now. I've been on a higher amount of steroids for the past 23 weeks, so that's a hefty amount of time. So we need to come down, let our body reset, let the body chill. I'll probably lose a little bit of fullness ever so slightly, and then we get the health in a good spot, and then we start the actual proper diet, and we start pushing drugs back up. I think it'll be probably sometime in December, and then boom, it is time to get absolutely shredded. I'm buzzing, mate. I'm genuinely fucking buzzing. Like, don't get me wrong, the thing I don't like about dieting, obviously, is getting smaller. Like, see, when like every single piece of clothing that I wear now, I fill it out. My arms fill out the sleeves, my quads and legs fill out every pair of shorts I wear. My joggies are all tight. I like that feeling, but don't get me wrong, I ain't liking the feeling of the waist being thick. So I'm looking forward to being shredded. I'm looking forward to having a six-pack, to lines on my delts, to just look like an actual bodybuilder again. So buzzing for that, but we'll keep on chatting throughout the rest of today's video. I'm going to take you through today's leg day. It is a quad dominant leg day, so we've got some hack squats. I've not hack squatted in 2 weeks because I missed my leg day. I missed them last week because the machine was taken for ages, mate, off of all these wee guys. My training partner the week before was on holiday, so I missed that. And yeah, so hack squats today. So I'm going to get myself sorted and I'll see you guys on the way to the gym. Mate, this weather is absolutely fucking ridiculous. I'm dreading getting here for legs. The motivation for legs has been a bit lower for a while. I don't know why. It's because I was so used to having a training partner. If you've not seen the leg day video, by the way, that I done with Mark Kane, go a couple of videos back and it'll be I think the video's like 12-30 minutes long, and it's a leg day with Mark. But me and him are doing legs every Wednesday, so going from having a training partner there, pushing you to the extremes, it's one of those ones. The leg days I'm doing are still very fucking hard, but because I've experienced it with a training partner religiously, like really hard sessions with like 4 reps and, you know, just pushing me to my limits, whenever I'm not at that, it feels like I've not had a good session. But I know I've pushed it more than 99.9% of people that train legs. So, excuse me, on that note, man is just down the can of Monster, the goated, the Pint Rosa, Ultra Rosa, sorry, and I've just fucking walloped down a chocolate caramel squares bar. I've got another one for post-workout. But even with things like this, like when prep's done, or when prep starts, like you see, just picking up some squares bars, obviously I can still do that, but right now I'm doing it because I need to get all these calories in. Whereas what I'm looking forward to is just having my meals throughout the day, 4 or 5 meals, and all it is throughout the day is meals, and I'm actually kind of semi-hungry for them, as opposed to just cramming food and food and food down for the damn sake of it, you know? Anyway, let's get this damn fucking leg day done, and I shall talk you motherfuckers through it. Don't know if I'm going to mic up or voice over or whatever. I'll just go with the flow. Whatever you get is whatever you get, alright? I have recorded this voiceover way too many times, and there ain't enough training clips to talk about as much as I was talking there. Anyway, leg session. This is leg day number 1 out of 2. I do 2 a week. This is more of my, this is the dirty one. This is the one where I've got a squat, a fucking leg press, and we're killing it. Alright, so let me talk you through it and some rationales behind just leg training in general. So I like to start off with calves on my leg days. I'll usually do about 4 or 5 sets, and I'll always add on, like, as you can see here, I've done like a drop set, and I'll finish off with like partial reps. Sometimes I'll even, I'll do like a double, quadruple drop set, just to give the calves a reason to really grow. My calves aren't massive, I know, but they've grown a lot. I think they've grown like 2 inches over the past year from simply just fucking hammering them with a fuck ton more volume and intensifiers, because you're walking your feet all day, don't you? Well, maybe not if you're in a wheelchair, but if you're not in a wheelchair, you're walking your feet all day, so your calves need a little bit more workload, a little bit more stimulus to respond than just 3 sets of 15 twice a week. You know what I mean? Before any big squat movement, I always start with calves, and then depending on what the compound is, I'll usually start. So on this day, for example, if I've got a squat pattern, I'll always do a hamstring curl and a leg extension first, because it gets the muscles and the joints a lot warmer. So when I then go into that squat variation, the knee joints are warm, my hips are warm, the muscles are warm, so therefore my ability to connect to the muscle in the squat is a lot better as well. So lying hamstring curl, working the shortened range of the hamstrings, which won't cause as much fatigue as like a lengthened range hamstring movement, like a stiff-legged deadlift or a seated hamstring curl. I've been quite enjoying single leg extensions. I'm somebody that has kind of gammy knees every now and again. So by me doing a leg extension single leg, I can line up the joints of my knees, the ankle and the hip really fucking well. And the better we line up joints, the less taxing the joints will, the less beat up the joints will essentially take, okay? My muscles are warm, I'm ready to go. So me doing all that first, it won't really take away from the squat, man. Like, it might cause a bit of fatigue, it might mean a little bit less load on the bar, but that little bit less load is less load through the knee joint, okay? It doesn't matter what weight I've got on this and where I do it in the session, it's going to be the same stimulus. A squat is a squat, okay? Doesn't matter if you do exercise number 1 or 10, you're still going to get the stimulus that a squat would give, if that makes sense. But by me doing the isolations first, it's just a lot better for me and my knee joints, from a joint preservation point of view, okay? So with my squat and leg press, I really am trying to take as much range of motion as I personally can, okay? Now, mate, there's definitely people that can come down a lot fucking lower than me in a leg press, but when I come down to there, any lower than that, my bum comes up off the seat. What don't we want in a leg press? The bum to lift up off the seat, because then that's going to flex the spine and fucking snap your shit up. I don't want that, okay? So range of motion is very individual to the person, right? If your range of motion sucks absolute horse dick, then please do a bit of mobility, do a bit of stretching and increase the range of motion you're going to be able to do, because that will increase the muscle mass. But I'm 6'3", man, so my range is, you know, for my height, I think my range is pretty good, man. Once my big compounds are done, boom, adductors to finish off. Don't neglect your adductors, boys and girls. If there's any muscle groups that will really look those legs look a lot bigger, it is generally your adductors and your calves. If you've got a big set of them, that'll complete your physique or your lower body for sure. So that's the structure of my leg day, the quad dominant one. Calves first, ham curl, leg extension, squat, leg press, adductors, done and dusted, mate. Bosh. I feel we're back in the hot seat whenever I'm in this damn room, on this damn couch. We do give a little bit of value. My legs are pretty damn sore from that leg day. If I sit too far back, am I a bit dark? Yeah, I also look a bit weird. I'm gonna get back up. Good leg session, man. Very good. The legs are very sore. I was doing 2 sets of leg extension, 2 sets of hack, and then 2 leg press sets, but I think that was too much, man, because every week for the past however many weeks there's constantly been fatigue. And usually when you're training, if you go in each session, so if every week you do the same session and you've still got DOMs after that session, you don't really want DOMs after every single weight training session. That's sometimes a sign that you've got too much workload within that session. But me being me, don't listen to my body. I just keep the same workload and overcook myself. But I'm now just doing 1 set of hack, all out. I get 5 and a bit plates, didn't I? And that moved very nicely. But anyway, this part of the video, bulking tips, mate. Things that are going to help you ultimately with your bulk and gain nice amounts of body weight, nice amounts of muscle mass. Take it from somebody who's made some decent progress over the last 3 years. I'm actually going to put a little video on the screen just now of my 3-year progress. I don't know if I'm talking over the video or if it's played or if you're coming back and you've just watched it. Either way, that's 3 years worth of progress. And I think throughout that time, I have literally bulked, that's 2 bulks. I have done 2 bulks since then. We bulked from 2020 all the way through to 2022. We had like a mini cut in between. And then I've been bulking since last year. So 2 bulks. So we've made a good bit of progress there. So, I mean, the main things that are going to allow you to have a successful bulk and a successful period of time gaining good quality muscle is going to come down to a few things. First of all, the starting point. Are you starting a bulk fat or are you starting your bulk a bit leaner? I would always say and urge people to get a little bit to that leaner side. If you start a bulk too fat, you're only going to get fatter, okay? You're only going to fatigue quicker. Like people think the bigger you get, the more muscle you've got, the further into a bulk you get, the recovery's better. But the recovery's actually worse because you're going to be heavier, your cardiovascular will be weaker, you're going to be on more food, therefore more lethargic, you're going to be at an all-time strength. With that all-time strength comes bigger fatigue. So you're going to be actually more fatigued the bigger and heavier you get. So do you want to start the bulk fat and you're not going to be as responsive to the food? Your insulin sensitivity, how your body responds to the carbohydrates you eat, won't be as good. So get lean first, get some abs, get some visible abs. If you can take it a bit further and get a bit leaner, do it, because it means you're going to be able to bulk for a prolonged period of time as opposed to doing it for a couple of months and then you need to diet again, alright? The next one's going to be only kind of add food when you need it, alright? If you're bulking and your scale weight is going up and you're gaining body weight on a weekly basis, I would say I rate again, if you can aim to gain, fucking rhymes, mate, it's not even funny, mate, but I clocked it in my head because I'm fucking not right. Rate of gain, okay, I'd say about a pound of body weight a week. If you can aim for that as a minimum, okay, whatever food you're on, aim for that. If you're gaining that weight, you do not need to add in more food for the sake of it, because you're only going to get fatter quicker. So a pound and a half a week. Everyone holds it differently. For me, personally, because I'm obviously enhanced, I take anabolic steroids as well. There's been some weeks where I've gained 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds, 3 pounds. There's been some weeks where I've gained 0. There's been some weeks where I've gained a pound. So don't just push food in for the sake of it if your body weight's going up. Only add in food when your body weight is stalled for more than 2 weeks, or your body weight you're not gaining the body weight that you want. So if you want to gain a pound a week, in 1 week you gain 0.5 pounds, half a pound, then push in some more food. Alrighty. And the next one is going to be is ultimately your kind of food sources when you're bulking. Okay. Now, if you're somebody that's anything below 4,500, okay, there's not really any excuses for not getting cleaner foods in. Okay, that food's highish, but you're not high. As soon as you get to 4.5, 5,500 calories, that's when bulking's a fucking task, mate. Okay. Regardless, you're your own person, it's your diet, you do what you want, but a couple of food tips are going to be, first one, get a big bulk of your food around that pre and post workout window. That's probably going to be when you're your hungriest, and it's going to be when you utilise the food the most, therefore you'll uptake the food a lot more and it'll be utilised towards recovery, towards building new muscle, okay? So my biggest meals and my biggest chunk of calories tend to be pre and post workout, alright? Post-workout, probably more important than pre-workout, because post-workouts, you're going to uptake all the nutrients from the food that you're eating, okay? So get a big chunk of your calories around that window, and just when you're your hungriest, in a bulk, your appetite's not going to be the best. The longer amount of time you spend in the bulk, so if you're bulking for 8 months, alright, it's very likely month 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be okay, fairly easy. Maybe month 5 is getting a bit harder. Month 6, 7 and 8 are going to be hell, because your food's at the highest it's been. You're going to have to maintain that. So that's when making smarter food choices comes into play. You know, wee things like that, like I've just downed 400 millilitres of orange juice because I don't want to eat food. I can't be felt eating because I'm not hungry at all within the day. Alright, so liquid calories, having a big calorie shake, drinking like apple juice, fruit juice, all that kind of shit is going to help. Adding on things like honey, like, you know, I'll put 30 grams, 40 grams of honey on top of my cereal. That's an extra 40 carb, 30 carb. I'll add on some honey into like a drink, into like a smoothie, onto like a bagel, all these kind of things, okay? But the biggest thing as well with bulking and like having a successful bulk is having a decent structured meal plan, alright? What I mean by that is, like, you don't need to be on this proper, like, strict, terrible, fucking hate your life meal plan, but I have the same foods every day, pretty much. I'll try and make those foods taste good, because for me, taste is massive. If I'm not going to be tasting the food, if the food doesn't taste good to me and I'm already not hungry, I'm not going to fucking eat it. Like right now, I ain't hungry at all at any point of the day, but I need to eat 5 and a bit thousand calories. So if somebody was to give me plain basmati rice with unseasoned chicken, bro, I'm throwing it off the person who gave me its fucking face. I ain't eating that. I'm going to season it, use some sauce, cook it in some oil, make it taste good, okay? I've lost my train of thought. What was the whole point of that? Yeah, meal plan. Have your own kind of structured meal plan in place. You can go back and watch some of my full days of eating. I'll actually need to get another full day of eating out. If you're watching this video, there's a full day of eating being recorded. I'm going to record that tomorrow or the day after. That's a good shout. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you very much. So, like, I'll have the same breakfast, which is my pre-workout, the same post-workout, okay? The same meal 3 and the same meal 4, and a couple of snacks, and that's kind of say meal 5. What that's going to mean is, as I get more food in my bulk, as I increase the calories, I don't need to worry and panic and think, what do? I just eat the same foods I'm eating, but more of it. So for breakfast, I'm having bagels and, you know, a bowl of fruit. I'll have more of the fruit. I'll have another bagel. I'll have, you know, I'll put maybe something carby in the bagel, okay? For post-workout, if I get increased calories, I'll just have more of my cereal, a bit more honey, a bit more fruit, an extra squares bar, a cookie, these sort of things. Meal 3, if I'm having potatoes, my potatoes have went up from 400 grams to a kilo of potatoes in this meal, because every time food gets pushed up, I add more potatoes. Makes sense? So when you've got the meals the same, it takes that stress away a little bit as well, because if you're always thinking about calories and this and that and switching everything all the time, it just makes it unbearable, alright? And then last but not least, train like you actually want to grow some muscle, alright? I see so many people in the gym training, but they're just doing the same shit over and over, like the same weights. Do you know what I mean? Give your body a reason to adapt. Do you think your body's going to adapt from you just subparing a couple of side raises, getting a bit of a pump? The pump's not enough. We need to be tracing. We need to be tracing that shit like you're back in school. We need to be chasing down some serious progressions, okay, with perfect execution and form. If you can keep your form and your tempo and your control, how well you squeeze the muscle, how well you control the muscle, if you can keep all that pretty damn tight, take it to a high level of intensity, and just fucking train really hard and progress all your lifts, you're going to grow some damn muscle, alright? And last thing, just stick it out. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, I'm not particularly fucking over the moon with the body fat that I'm at now, but it's a means to an end. I know I can lose the body fat like that by just dropping my calories. So don't just give in because you're not lean anymore. Don't just give in because you've done it for a couple of months, 2-3 months. You're like, oh, you know what, I've built a bit of muscle. You're very much under, what's the word I'm looking for? You're not, I don't think you realise how long it takes to build muscle. It's not a short period of time thing, especially if you're natural, okay? So 3-month bulks ain't it. 4 month bulks, not terrible, but if you can push it for 6, 7, 8 months, you know, in your early years of lifting, the bigger changes you want to make to your physique, you need to spend more time in a bulk. So don't be so fixated on getting lean, being shredded. Don't get me wrong, it's fucking class, being lean's awesome, but so is being lean and having a lot of muscle to show. So if you're in your younger years, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, spend a year, 2 years in a bulk. Do you know what I mean? Have a couple of wee mini cuts in there to tidy up body fat, but spend the biggest majority of your time building that muscle. And then when you are a year, 2 years later of bulking and you're ready to diet, you're going to thank yourself, mate, because you're going to look even fucking better than what you would have done if you just dieted after a year. Do you know what I mean? So those are some tips. Take them, leave them, do what you want with them. I'm going to wrap this video up now. I've got, funnily enough, another fucking meal to eat, mate, that I can't be arsed with. So I'm going to go upstairs, make that, watch some TV, chill out, and then it's Thursday tomorrow. We've got a damn rest day, some steps, cardio, we'll get the sauna, the steam room all done, and we'll go a walk. So we will. Got a bit of work to do as well on the old editing stuff. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, gonna get that wrapped up. So listen, you beautiful people, if you've made it this far, thank you very much. Much love. Like the video, drop me a subscribe to the channel, and I love yous forever. As I said, prep starts in a week, technically, maintenance phase. So I'm excited to document the whole damn process. As I said, if you're watching this video, full day of eating will be dropping within the next week as well, and more training footage, more videos like this, and obviously when I'm doing prep, I'll have more shit to do. I'll have cardio, posing, I'll be getting some posing lessons as well. I'll be documenting my posing routine, the music I'm going to choose, all that good shit. So anyway, I'm not going to bore you anymore. Have an awesome day, have an awesome damn night, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.